Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. We are back with a new recap and review of the Challenge 41, and it looks like this is the episode before the final, maybe. So it looks like the final is
Well, that's
coming up next.
yeah.
Huh?
I
Yeah.
mean, they officially announced that this is the last episode before the final. So next week we will be in the final. But we
Mm,
kick off this episode with a bang. They said we're gonna give y'all one last, big moment. And
mm.
I'm I'm Team Michaela on this. Like you was
I am too.
messed like
I
how is
am
your fault
too.
that you messed up?
Yeah, it may really make no sense. And I mean, I understand being frustrated because it didn't go how you wanted, but it's really like was no
That's the
accountability
personal
and really
problem.
gaslighting Michaela and everybody else on Nani's part, like to be like Michaela's wrong or Cedric is wrong. You made this play. You did not tell Will that you were making this deal with Theo and Olivia and them, which whatever, you don't have to tell them. But then also when he asks you point blank, you taking your sweet time to tell him that he's safe, and you told Aviv that you were voting her in. Nani did everything to
But
make this happen.
yeah.
So everything was on her fault and there was no accountability. And so I just don't understand how she could say Michaela or Cedric did something wrong. Again, first she said you weren't even there, you weren't even there. So now I wasn't there, but now it's my fault. I thought I wasn't there, you said. like
Makes sense.
like so I it was really so annoying watching that conversation. Everybody would be like, "Oh, they're liars," blah blah blah. I think Michaela was not telling the full truth in the sense of
Yeah.
you did want Yumi and Aviv out. So that's that. And she's saying like, um I didn't say those words that okay, you didn't say those words, but that's what you meant. You wanted
Yeah.
them out, so
But
just
I
say that.
think,
That's what it
but
is.
so I will say semantics does matter because
No, in this
semantics
instance it
does
doesn't because it
matter.
means the same thing.
Because I didn't say
It
I
meant the same
wanted
thing.
them. I said logically it's going to be them because who was everybody else going to vote for? Like,
Okay, but no, she wanted them. She wanted them. I in
not
that
want
instance, she
them.
she should have just said it clear. Then she said, "I don't know why y'all mad. It's a vote." You're right. It's just a vote. So say clearly what you're saying. So she
But
wanted
she
them out, and also
did.
it is a vote. She had to vote. So I agree with her. They shouldn't be mad
Yeah.
because this is what is played. It's not her fault that Will and who was that? Will and Aviv went home.
Yeah.
Um,
But to
yeah. So
backtrack
Nani
a
is
little
completely
bit,
incorrect. Huh?
I was gonna say to backtrack a little bit, the reason this whole conversation started is because Aviv left but I don't know if Will did, but for the most part, Aviv left a bunch of letters to the challengers, letting her know how she feels about them. And then Nani received or Justin received one from Will, and Nani got to it first. And then in my head, I'm like, Nani, why is you reading his stuff? I'm pretty sure he literally put Justin's name on it. And but whatever the case may be,
Yeah.
and Will basically blamed them for everything, which made Nani's upset. And then it leads us into this conversation. I do want to say again, Nani was trying to say that Cedric, why didn't you tell Will that he was going in? Because one, he wasn't going in. Like, because you didn't vote for him, he ended up going in. That's not something I can warn him about. How can I warn him something that wasn't
Hmm.
supposed to happen? Like, so that again, Nani was like we were saying, Nani did not have any accountability when it came to all of this was a chain of events of your
Yeah.
actions. Like we can't prepare with
Yeah.
something that wasn't supposed to happen. Like Nani was like, "Why you
Yeah.
telling to put his shoes on or whatever the case may be?" Because he wasn't supposed to go in. It was supposed to be Aviv and Yermi, but because you told them, they ended up staking. They ended up doing a flip coin, and then therefore they ended
Mhm.
up going home. So again, Nani number
Yeah.
you say, yeah, Michaela and Cedric wasn't as forthcoming, like where their, I guess, alliances lie within the Super Alliance, but they did not owe Will anything, I guess, in that point. by
Mhm.
saying prepare yourself because Nani is gonna, or Jeremy's gonna
Mess up the game.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, from the beginning of this episode, I was already irritated with that line of like the narrative to make it seem like Michaela and Cedric were liars or whatever. Again, like I said, Michaela did want them gone, so she was stretching the truth by not, but that just gave Nani something to latch on to, an excuse to come up to them and start the drama because Michaela was not being for real, not being not being truthful with that because she did want them gone. But to make it seem like this whole thing and the reason Will is gone is because of that, and like Will is at home thinking we betrayed him. You
Because
did.
y'all did. And then like Cedric said, we didn't force you to say what you said. Even when you had the chance, you still didn't save Will. Like that's not
Yeah,
that's
you
not our
literally, yeah.
fault.
Yeah, like I don't know what you wanted to happen here. So yeah, it was not their fault at all. It was mostly on Nani, almost all the way on Nani,
Yeah.
because there's nothing that could be done. I mean, yeah, there's nothing that could be done.
Also, I
Um,
did appreciate like Jeremy and Sydney trying to rally against Michaela. First off, I didn't like this whole like Theo jumping in, Olivia jumping in, talking about why
but
she.
they all just need something to latch on to. They need
Yeah, I
somebody else
know,
to be
but
the
that just didn't sit right with me. Like half the
yeah,
time y'all was playing against me. Now y'all just all like all at once at that. Like I'm talking to one person and here y'all coming sideways. Like don't do that. Like let me talk
yeah.
to them, and then if you got something we can address, then I'll pivot to you. But what we not about to do is y'all coming at me at once.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that was
I
the
agree.
big chunk of the episode. Then we get into the daily challenge where it's called global exchanges or exchange. The players are tasked to race down a kilometer road towards two global maps that are labeled incorrectly. The
Hmm.
contestants then have to figure out where to place each label. But the twist was that each team member is chained together while riding a BMX bike. Um,
Hmm.
Again, we see that Michaela and Cedric are in the lead, so I already know in this final they're gonna do the thing. But
Yeah.
we see that geography is not everybody's forte.
Almost everybody was, I don't know if it was just like guessing. I really
It was
don't
guessing.
don't
Like
know.
I think they legit.
Huh?
I think they legit was guessing. Like they put together because even like Jeremy was like, or like Turbo, for example, he know where Turkey is because that's where he's from. So it's like we got to use what we know because even Jeremy was like, his father is from like South America, or he was like he knows a lot of the South America countries. So that one he wish he could have had, and even like I think Cedric was saying like his marine background could have helped. But apparently they're not really looking at these maps, and we see that with Nani, who said clearly, I've done this and traveled around the world a lot, but I need to start paying attention to where I'm actually going.
Yeah, only person that really mostly knew was Sydney. She knew kind of where a lot of things were. She was stumped on some stuff as well. Turbo, I don't believe he knew majority
Oh,
of
so
it.
he was
Same
the
with
one who put
Theo, same
Turkey up there, I
Adrian.
think. Wasn't Sydney the one who put Turkey up there?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't think Turbo knew most of it. And then they tried to act like Turbo didn't know how to ride a bike, which
But
obviously he knew how to ride a bike. Please,
yeah,
if he didn't know how to ride a bike, he wouldn't
you
have
would
rode the
not be.
bike. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like he wouldn't have been able to. You can't catch on to ride a bike like that if you don't know
yeah.
anything.
It's a
So I
whole
was
like.
like, you guys are joking. So
And don't say it's because of like an elliptical or whatever. Like that man knew how to ride. He might not know how to stop on a bike, but that man knew how to ride a bike.
yeah, he definitely knew how to ride a bike. So maybe he ain't done it in a while. I think maybe that's what he was trying to say. He hasn't
Yeah,
done it in a while, but he
because we've
definitely
seen
knew
people who
how to
don't know
ride a
how to
bike.
ride bikes. Who was it? I think it was who was it? Michelle or somebody a couple of seasons ago. They didn't know
Mhm.
how to ride a bike, but yeah,
Yeah, he definitely knew. But overall, I don't think it was like that interesting of a daily challenge because
yeah.
this was like really the only component. And so when the challenge is over and TJ's announcing who won, our kind of figured it would be Sydney and Turbo, which it was. And then the losers, he said the losers were only separated by one country. I never know how true that is. Would it just be one? They didn't know none of this stuff, but we separated by one. I don't know. Is it one person got one right?
Yeah.
Is that it? I
No,
don't
I think they
know,
said it
but
was like 8 to 9 or something like that.
8 to 9.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I just feel like they just wanted to sound more interesting. Separated by 1 second.
Exactly.
But the losers of the challenge, excuse me, the losers of the challenge were Michaela and Cedric, which is,
Obviously.
fairly new for them to be like at the bottom.
Yeah.
But it
They
really
knew.
doesn't matter
Yeah.
because whether, huh?
I said from this point on, like they knew they were gonna be at the bottom. They knew they didn't know anything. But like either way it goes, even if Cedric,
Even if they didn't come in last, they still would have been going in. It didn't
yeah,
matter who lost that challenge, whether their team or Nani's team. Both of those teams were going against each other because Theo and Olivia won't vote each other in, and
yeah,
they're the only two other options. So it was whether Nani and Justin lost, Cedric and Michaela would still been going against them.
yeah.
So then when we come back to the house, um Michaela and Cedric are discussing about if anybody will clap for them or whatever at elimination or anything. And Michaela said it don't matter if they clap. It's about it's about the money, it's about winning. She's not here for applause, basically.
Yeah.
I'm with that
And
girl.
love Michaela this season. This like the clapbacks, the insight, the commentary. Michaela was firing on all cylinders. But like we said, when it came down to the nominations, Nani and Justin were going in. Thea
Mm.
and Olivia was voting for each other, and then Nani and Justin, because the numbers was already two on them, voted for themselves, which Sydney did not like. She didn't like everybody being kumbaya, but I'm like, girl.
But yeah, I don't know what she expected to be. There was no other outcome. What were they supposed to do? Like,
Yeah,
why
like
can't they
everybody
be
just have one
kumbaya?
of
It's
them.
nothing to do.
Like,
This is the probably the most peaceful time in the house is probably when it's only a couple people left because there's really no more scheming to be done because you can't scheme your way out of. We're in a final. We're all against each other now. So that's probably in like reality competition shows, the finals are probably the chillest that anybody's ever going to be.
because it's like
So
at this
I was
point,
just
either
like, what do
win
you want
or
them to do?
yeah.
Huh?
I was like, at this point, like you said, the final is just, or like the last couple of episodes to the finals, like we can't vote. Like the voting is real skim. It's only like two of us. Like, what are we
Yeah.
supposed to like do? It's not eight people
It's-
voting. It's only two people who really got to vote, and then the person that's voting.
yeah.
So yeah, and especially when you got
Yeah. So now
players
we
that's
can,
being the voting, yeah,
yeah. So now we can be friends. We can chill because it
it
doesn't
is
matter if
what
I
it
vote for you or
is.
if you vote
Yeah.
for me. We're the only option. So it's that's the way it is. It was nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And Nani even says her and Justin have a conversation about what this means to her, how she kind of always comes in second or third or even dead last.
Mm,
She also mentions, how she just want to get up that mountain and save her marriage and, all that.
mm,
But no, she says she want to, get up the mountain, look up to the sky, see her mother, sharing down, hearing those words that Nani, you are finally a champion. And as much grief as I give Nani, I do think she is deserving of a win. I just feel like when
mm,
she's distracted, like I think this season is the Nani that I fell in love with when she first came in. Firecracker, she's focused on the game, romantic entanglements. She instantly was like, nope, I'm keeping this separate. And then, but when she's too focused on her romantic connections, that's when Nani becomes a little bit more passive. But I do think this has been Nani's best season in a long time. But with that being
yeah.
said, I do feel like her coming in happy with her downfall. And then on the opposite end, Cedric was talking about how, he want people to underestimate him so that he can prove them wrong and show them
Mm,
he is to be under or he shouldn't be underestimated. And he kind of
mm,
wanted to get a physical elimination, which he did.
mm.
And
Yeah, I don't think anybody I mean, he is like I guess he would be considered small or maybe
they were
he's
sleeping on
considered
Cedric.
skinnier. Huh?
I think they were sleeping on Cedric a lot this
I
season.
mean, which I told you, well, I guess okay, so maybe they were sleeping on him, but I'm saying the whole time I told you I don't understand why they're sleeping on him and Michaela when they are consistently winning. It didn't make sense. That was their own perception of what maybe a winner should be, somebody more built, maybe is what they see. But Cedric and Michaela are constantly winning. So I don't know how you could underestimate him, why you underestimate him when he's a winner every week, or not every week, obviously, but a lot in this season. Him and Michaela were at the top mostly the whole season. So it's crazy that anybody would sleep on them. And I mean, they won't after this season.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So we get to the elimination. As we said, it is physical. They get balls in, which is a challenge staple, but with a twist, this time they have to compete at the same time. So both male and females will go, and then they will just one round they will play offense, the other round they will play defense, and the
Mhm.
first one to win out of two are the winners. And
It was a
Unfortunately,
simple,
I
easy,
don't want to
quick.
say it was a blowout, but
It was a blowout, really,
blowout.
because as much like Nani is deserving of a win because she plays in a great, um, what do you call it? A great social game and political game, whatever you want to call it. It's just amazing. She is always connected, which really saves her from going into eliminations, a lot of the time. Um, but these eliminations like that we see like this is I guess where the other half of the work probably has to be done to make up for the off chance that she gets put in, which doesn't get like put in often because like Theo and Adrian continually went in. But I think if Nani and Justin went in, they wouldn't have made it out as many times. Huh?
No, I was agreeing that they definitely would have.
Yeah, they wouldn't have made it out as many times as like Adrian and Theo have went in because when we see in this elimination, um, if it's a physical elimination, I guess it was harder for them. Um, and I didn't expect that at the beginning, only because I think the teams seemed equally. But yeah, at face value, like just like looking at them, each team, I thought they would look similar. Like Nani and Justin are
Yeah.
like seem about the same, not the same, obviously. Michaela, I guess, is heavier, but they seem like they
Oh,
would be in the
Nani is
same
heavier
weight
than
class.
Michaela.
Huh?
I do think they would be in the same class, but I think Nani is a little bit more toner, maybe a little bit more has a little bit more over Michaela. But yeah, either
But
way,
they seemed equal to me. But
yeah.
when the
But either
game
way,
started, we
it was a
saw,
blowout. It was
yeah, but when
trains
the game
coming.
started, we
True,
saw what was what.
true.
Nani and Justin didn't hold up to
I
what
was
Cedric and Michaela had going on.
I will say that Nani's self-awareness was hilarious. She was like, TJ, let me pick up my face off the ground first. Like, let me
Yeah.
like huh? Like, wait, I need a minute. Like, but yeah, Michaela and Cedric had a point to prove, and they proved it. So, Nani, Justin loses, Michaela and Cedric wins, and TJ lets them know that they are the final four teams and they are going to the final. And he lets them know, as they always say, that this is going to be the toughest thing that they have ever faced. So
Yeah, they say that all the time. So we'll see.
yeah, so at the end of this, we will have a new champion, a new first-time champion, or a new two-time champion, and we will have
If
in
Turbo
both
win, there
cases,
will be a two-time champion.
if anybody else's win outside of Turbo, they will all be one-time champions
Yeah, yeah. Turbo's the only one that's won
and
before.
first-time champions.
So right now, I either want Cedric and Michaela to win. Who else is playing? Or Jeremy and Olivia. Or anybody except for Sydney and Turbo. I was like,
My
or
My number ones are Michaela and Cedric. If Theo decides to do an upset and pull a steak, because we saw in the trailer that TJ does ask if anybody want a steak,
I
and
don't know
him,
why Theo would want to stake. He is the liability on that team.
but I guess it's
uh,
easier to talk to somebody you communicate with daily, so they already know how their communication.
no,
I
no,
don't know,
no.
but I wouldn't
If
mind.
he stay, he don't need to stay. Olivia has a great chance with Jeremy, and he has a good chance with Adrian. Like
Yeah,
Adrian is what's gonna hold that team up, and vice
yeah.
versa. If he took Olivia, Olivia is what's gonna hold that team up because he don't
No, trust me.
huh?
I get it. I'm just saying the idea of a
No,
challenge.
Olivia probably like, please do
No,
not
hold
pick
on.
me.
I'm saying the idea of a challenge couple winning because if we can't get Leroy and Cam on a season together to do this, I guess they're the second best option.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Adrian, I would stake.
Who
I
would you
would
stake
stake.
for though? I guess Turbo.
I would take either Turbo or Jeremy. Yeah, like I would take Turbo or Jeremy. They would be upset,
But
but
she
we
would
got to
have to
run a
beat
final now.
Olivia.
What?
She'd have to beat Olivia or Sydney.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know what this. I mean, what the challenge is. We don't know what the challenge is,
We
and
know
I
what the
mean, it
challenge.
seems like
Well, not this case. We wouldn't know what the steak challenge is, but I was about to say any other time we know what it is. But
yeah.
yeah,
So
but
I would stake on them, but I don't. At this point, I think the teams don't need to stake. Every team is
they're in their groove right now.
within a good option. Even like I said, I'm joking about Theo being the liability on his team. He is still a good partner for Adrian. He communicates well. He is she communicates well for him anyways.
They work together. They're
Yeah, they
dysfunctionally
work together.
functional.
Yeah, she understands him and she don't take it to heart when he mess up, as opposed to somebody like Ashley who would cuss him out and blah 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 all types of stuff. So they were good partners together. But yeah, overall, we'll see what happens next episode. This episode was, whatever. It was mostly just the argument and Nani and Justin leaving, but now we got our finalists, our final four. I'm ready to see this final. Hopefully it's a good final. I
It looks
really
like it
don't
might
want
be
nobody to
interesting.
stay. Huh?
I said this final looks like it might be interesting.
Yeah, I really don't want nobody to stay. So we'll see what happens next week. But yeah, please like and subscribe. Leave us a comment down below. Let us know what you thought of the video and the episode. And we will see you on our next one. Peace.